Hey, what's going on, everyone? And welcome back to another episode of Just My Opinion. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. And with this one right here, guys, we are talking Moon Knight, Season 1, Episode 1, spoilers, recap, and review. And guys, yes, I did say spoilers. I want to let you know that I am going to spoil this episode up, down, left, right, in, and out. As if you've already seen it, you have been warned. And guys, just let me know how you felt about this episode. Seriously, if you liked it, if you hated it, also what your anticipation level was going into this. Also, if you did know about Moon Knight or not, if this is just, your first time going in fresh, let me know down below. I'm very, very curious. Also, if you like the video, please give me that thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And if you saw my non-spoilery review for this, you know that I did enjoy the series. I have seen the first 4 episodes, and for the most part, I was just saying this may be the best Disney Plus Marvel show that we've had all the way back to WandaVision. I don't want to come to any conclusions just yet, but I am finding the show quite fascinating, and I hope you are too. One of the things that was making me look forward to this was Oscar Isaac. I think he's a great actor, and also Ethan Hawke. I'm a fan of his as well, not Die Hard, but when I found out he was playing the antagonist or villain role, that is something that intrigued me. I was like, I think he can go really far with this role right here. And he did in this first episode, and that's just how it starts off. I don't know what is going on, what type of ritual he is going through right now, but he's just having a shot, getting his alcohol, and does his thing. And we notice that we have these scales on his wrist. I don't know anything about this. We also have this cane that we see that comes up later. His shoes are on the table. If you know what's going on right here, please let me know. But I'm just thinking to myself, okay, this guy right here is an extremist in some form or capacity. That may not necessarily be a bad thing. He could be an extremist for good causes and with great social skills at that, but we don't know. But we see later on what these scales can do. And I just don't know what type of discipline is going on here when he breaks the glass and puts it in his shoes and just starts walking away. I'm saying to myself, wow, this man right here, he must be like some advanced, expert martial artist or something, trying to strengthen the shoes. Strengthen his feet. Because I have heard that martial artists, sometimes the extreme level, they do put rocks in their shoes and walk around so they can strengthen their feet. And now I am being kind of silly right here. I don't think he's doing that. Maybe he's punishing himself, but I'm very, very curious on what you guys think about that below. But this is just another great way to start off another Marvel Studio show when you're just wondering what the hell is going on. Now, we have the titular character, Moon Knight, being played by Oscar Isaac. And I like his character as we're getting to know him. Like, I'm thinking to myself, what in the world is going on? Why is he locked up to a bed, with restraints? Like, I'm just kind of confused. And I was very confused with this first episode, guys, the first time I watched it, when he's blinking, going back and forth between personalities, between Mark and Mark Spector and Steven, is it Steven Garrett? Is it Steven Garrett or Grant? It is, they have it as Mark Spector in IMDb. How unfortunate. I think it's Steven Garrett, but I don't think it's Steven Grant. We're going to call him Steven Garrett. But I was confused, like, what's going on? And I said in my non-spoiler review that it was a couple of times I pressed pause while I was watching this episode just to make sure that I was watching the first episode and not like started episode 3 or 4, anything like that. But Mark is a nice guy. I really like him. His boss at work is just kind of treating him like crap. He's coming out the house right now and just trying to get to work. And the funny thing is, he works at this he works at this museum. And what I don't understand is, well, first let me go back. He's tired as hell. He needs to go to bed because he's staying up too long. And so, sleep is important, guys. Don't be, sleeping on your sleep. You got to get your sleep in. But we see him at this museum. And what I like about it is, for the most part, it seems like he really likes his job, that he's really passionate about it. I mean, when he's in here talking to the little girl at the very beginning of the museum, it really seems like there's something that he's passionate about. And me personally, I love seeing somebody when they love their job. I just think that's really dope. It necessarily doesn't have to pay all the money in the world, but he wants to be a tour guide. He wants to give tours, and it seems like he's an expert on all this material. But his boss is being that's not his boss, but his boss is being a jerk like, no, you're not going to be a tour guide. I'm just like, he seems like he knows much more than you. And he's really innocent. You can tell that he's not, used to dating women or, getting that type of attention, because, oh, girl right here is shooting her shot. Talking about, hey, Steven, hey, cutie, how you doing? Cutie with the booty over here. No, I mean, man, she's trying to go to dinner. Like, hey, what's up? Are we still on tonight, 7 o'clock? He don't know what the hell is going on. Like, are you asking me out? I'm like, what, bruh? Obviously, yes. Please get in there, because this is as fine as hell. She is. She got a nice, pretty face, a pretty smile. Seemed like she had a nice body on her. She got a job because y'all work together. And what's weird to me is the boss coming through talking about, oh, you rascal. I didn't know you had it in you, shooting your shot. I mean, I don't know. I just never had a female boss, come to me, bragging, having locker room talk about another female coworker that is interested in me romantically. That's just quite interesting. But hey, maybe they have that type of relationship in London, England, at this museum right here. But I just thought that was quite fascinating and funny to me. And earlier we saw that Mark is struggling with sleep, and he's on the bus trying to get to work, and he's falling asleep on people. And that's what he's talking about right here. Like, I don't know what's going on, but my body just feels like it has to get up and have like 10,000 steps. That's crazy to me. Like, my dad has insomnia. My brother has a small case of it. So I have a soft spot for people. I mean, that's just, I don't have a problem going to sleep for the most part. Anytime I just want to go to sleep, I can go to sleep. It's just not an issue for me, but that is just something that people struggle with. And I kind of just, I don't know, that kind of resonated with me while I was seeing this right here. So if you have insomnia, or anybody that does, please comment below and let me know what you think as well. And this is him just coming back home. He has to put tape on the door. It's just interesting that he has this whole little routine and rituals that he has to go through just to make sure that he doesn't lose his mind. And this is where he's trying to stay awake, playing the Rubik's Cube, reading the Noisette, and the rift between God and man. These many gods were not, and I'm not going to read the whole thing, but he's a bookworm, and I just think that's pretty dope. But at the same time, I feel really sorry for him because he can't go to sleep. Now, this next part right here is one of the parts that really did intrigue me and got me confused. When he wakes up and he don't know what the hell is going on, I thought his jaw was broken. Look at that. That looks nasty as hell. I'm like, bruh, you need to go to the dentist or something like that. But I know that hurt. I know that hurt like a mug. I mean, my gosh, that's just, gross. And I'm just sitting here like, okay, what the hell is going on right here? Now, this is a beautiful shot, beautiful landscape. I would love to tour this place right here. I don't know exactly where he is right now, if he's still in London, England, or if he's in somewhere. I don't think he's in Cairo yet, but he was talking about that later on. And we find out that he has this Egyptian like scarab in his pocket. And we start hearing Khonshu, the moon god, who pops up right behind him. Now, I have to say, I love the way Khonshu sounds. I think that's pretty dope. I think that is spot on voice, great acting from, and let me show you the guy's name. His name is F. Murray Abraham as Khonshu. That's who we start to hear. I've never heard of this guy before. Let me try to look him up real quick. Academy Award winning actor F. Murray Abraham. He's won 1 Oscar. Oh, he was in the Grand Budapest Hotel. That was a great movie. I forgot who was the director of that by name. Is it Wes Anderson? Yeah, Wes Anderson. There you go. But I'm loving the voice of Khonshu. I think they're doing a great job right there. So, let's hear him talk as much as he possibly can. I don't know why the guy was waving at him that was trying to shoot him. The other guy was like, what the hell is going on? But y'all, the pursuit is on right now, and Mark is running for his life through the wilderness, through the roads, ducking and dodging, not knowing what the hell is going on. And I don't know what's going on either. I'm really confused right now, but it's keeping my attention. It's not horrible or anything like that, but I was quite confused. And he's just running through the town right here. I'm believing him, and I don't know. I like this nod. He's putting on this white hoodie, trying to escape, and that's just kind of like a nod to Moon Knight. I don't think it's that big deal, like a super Easter egg, like, oh, Brandon, did you notice that he put on a white hoodie and he has a white? It ain't that serious, but I mean, it is something that I noticed. And the thing about this is, now this is quite crazy to me. Usually, a cult leader, of course, they have their followers and stuff like that, you know. But they also have these people that look at them like they're crazy as hell, like, hey, I want to stay away. That is not the case with Arthur Harrow. Arthur Harrow, that's Ethan Hawke's character right here. He is the one that is dressed up in the purple suit, looking all smooth and suave with his long hair. You know, I don't, everybody, like, look at this. Young, old, ain't no black people in there. I'm just joking. But you got young people, old people, men and women, and they're just worshiping this dude, wanting to touch him, wanting to get close to him, you know, like he's Jesus or something, you know. And so, what is the deal with him? Everybody trusts this man. You know, I'm just like, wow, bowing to him, and it's just like he got the whole town on lock. You know, like, hey, everybody, you know, I love you. I hope you love me. We need to get to heaven. We're trying to create, you know, heaven on earth the best as possible. That just sounds nuts. I mean, well, let me take that back. It doesn't, I don't know. I mean, heaven on earth sounds great, but at the same time, if somebody, you know, was coming in the shower telling me, yes, let's create heaven on earth, you know, I wouldn't just dive right in. I kind of sit back and say, okay, let me see what this guy's about, you know. But everybody is loving this man, you know. Also, how do y'all feel about his little burgundy suit right here, his button down? You know what I'm saying? Are y'all feeling that right there? If I stepped out, you know, would you shoot your shot? But he got this cane and he's shaking hands, and he's able, I don't want to, I was gonna say predict the future, but he is able to call on the god. I was gonna say enema. That's disgusting. I've Ahmed, excuse me, Ahmed. And later on, he said that Ahmed can see the past, the present, and the future. So apparently, this guy has some good future on his hands because he's been good and he gets to live, but not the lady. Not the lady. Unfortunately, when he's doing his little thing, the scale on his arm is turning red. Like, I'm like, man, what does old lady do? You know, and she just ends up passing out and dying. I'm like, what the hell is this? I'm like, lady, you should have, you lady, you could have just minded your own damn business and you still could have been alive, living, you know, the last of your days, but you dead now because you didn't want to wait. That's crazy to me. And everybody's okay. Like, what did Harrow do, Arthur Harrow do, to convince all these people that killing an old lady, having her pass out like this is okay? I don't know. I'm just like, damn, like nobody cared. And this old white woman too. I'm curious. I really want to know. And you know, he got the power. I mean, this is his town. He got his henchmen walking around. They got guns and all that, and nobody gives a crap. And I'm just still shocked at this lady right here and just walking around pale, losing all types of pigmentation. You know, turning gray. You got about to get mummified without being wrapped up. I don't know. But this guy's intense already. I mean, he just has so much authority and control over the people. And look, he's smart. Yeah, we had a problem with the guy with the gun. Talking about we had a problem with the exchange. Is he still here? Yes. Egyptian language, Arabic, I don't know. And then just calls out Stephen. I'm like, wow, this guy right here is something else. And so I don't know what's going on, but I'm really really interested. And this is the thing, like I just think it's like one of the things I'm liking about this show so far is how they depict this dissociative character disorder, because they're trying to get this scurp and then he switches going crazy. And the next thing you know, there's blood everywhere. And so I got to give it to Marvel. This is one of the first times we're seeing this much blood in the MCU, even though it's not squirting out everywhere. I'm not tripping. I'm not saying that it has to, but I'm really, really enjoying this so far, that they're kicking up this intensity. I'm loving this highway chase scene right here, the way it was shot. A lot of the angles that they was using with the camera. I mean, of course, there was more than one take. That would be impossible if it was one, but it was long, lingering shots without it breaking. And I enjoyed this whole scene right here. Every time he was about to die, that's where Mark Spector would take over. And I love the conversation that the Khonshu God is having with them. Like, watch out for the truck, stupid, stupid. The lady right here is flicking him off, giving him the finger. And like, even this shot right here, when they start jumping, trying to jump on the back of the car, Like a lot of that is like in one shot or whatever, you know. Like I just think that's just dope camera work. I mean, that just really gets you into the action, and I'm loving all that. I'm loving all that. I can't wait. I mean, even I want my Marvel stuff to be taken seriously, and this is an action moment. They were able to use a cupcake and make a joke, and that didn't bother me. You know, I just thought that was pretty dope. And this is the scene right here that I was talking about, how the camera didn't break, because if you go back and you watch it, the camera was zoomed in on the car, showing the bullets firing. Then they showed the guy jump on the back of the car, open it up, and then come into the car, and all the debris and boxes and packages was going everywhere. I went back and looked at that a couple of times. So I just really like that. It really does capture the action and put you in the mode, in the mood, just to enjoy it that much more. And that's when he flips over to Mark again. Look at his eyes rolling in the back of the head. And like, Mark is a beast. Like he don't give a damn. He gonna kill you. And I like that right there. I was still a bit confused, you know, but at the same time, it was dope. It was action. I just didn't know all what it means. But Mark is not playing around. He will murk you. He will knock your block off and kill you. You know, he's setting booby traps with all of the logs coming down, killing them. I mean, I don't know. And they're stupid right here. They should have just ran the car over. But I'm like, oh, is it just a dream? Okay. I mean, I know that was the best time that he ever woke up in his life, and just started laughing. I started laughing too, man. If I would have tripped out, like if I'm in bed and then I wake up somewhere in a green pasture, somebody shooting me, then I see an old white lady being passed out after somebody's tattoos turn from black to red, and then they just start chasing me, I would be laughing like this too. Laughing in fear, scared as hell, like, damn, okay, God, thank you, Jesus, Lord, you know. And so this is where things just started coming together for me, because I was like, okay, he's just dreaming. All that made no sense. You know, he's going, I don't know what the significance is with Gus, the fish have, you know, I don't know why he's really into disabled fish. Like, why? I don't wouldn't give a damn if my fish grew the fin back. I don't really get that. You know, I was like, okay, this is a magic fish. This is not Doctor Strange, you know. And this is where he also realizes that he missed time, and that it's Sunday and not Thursday. I'm like, bruh. How do you miss a date with this fine ass sister right here? Finds out that, you know, he got the suit and all that, man, trying to get this steak, and finds out that he is 48 hours late and has to lose the number. I'm like, that's unfortunate. That is truly unfortunate, because that sister was fine as hell, you know. And you need to get it together, Mark. You need to set your alarms. I'm being silly. We all know what happened. But this right here, he's finally about to find some booby traps that he said. Ends up finding this cupboard up here with this cell phone and key. And at first, I'm thinking, okay, this guy right here has a stage 5 clinger stalker. She done called this dude, she done called this dude 100 times, Layla. I'm like, what the hell is going on? I mean, if this is not his sister, his mom, and his wife, you know, we're gonna have to figure out what's going on. And she ends up calling him right now, and we found out that Mark don't know what's going on. She calling him Mark. Why are you calling me Mark? My name is Steven. Well, okay. So now things are being put into perspective. She's like, wait, I've been calling you for months, texting. I ain't heard from you, baby. I need to know if you okay. And he has no idea. And I'm just like, damn, like, do people really go through this? Just imagine. I'm just thinking, like, what if this happened to my mama or my daddy or something? How heartbroken I would have been. Like, Daddy, I ain't seen you in 6 months, son. Who the hell are you? I don't know who you are. Why are you calling me this? I'm not your, you know, I'm not your mama. I'm not your daddy. That would be horrible. And I was really like, what the hell is going on? But, you know, it's coming together. And we see that, you know, Mark is trying to talk to him in the mirror, but we don't know what's going on. I didn't, at least. And he's having these nightmares. God, y'all, I mean, think about this. Nightmare after nightmare after nightmare after nightmare after nightmare. This is horrible. I don't know what I would piss and crap my pants if I seen this. And a lady turning into an old skullbar, her, you know, she thinking he crazy. And guess what? He wakes up again after he sees the moon god right here, tripping balls, right? And then look, he sees Khonshu out there standing on the sidewalk. Like, y'all, I'm just saying, if this happened to me, I would not know what to do. I would be crying, man. Like, just think about that. You go from here to here to here. Like, I ain't ever had a nightmare that bad, ever. Not even a fever dream. Like, God forbid, let me knock on some wood or something. But nightmares are like, I don't know about y'all, man, but nightmares are serious. They will mess you up big time. And I'm like, and he got his asshole boss thinking that, he's some type of conspiracy. Because here go Arthur again. Like, give me back the scarab. The security guards in on it too. Like, I don't know. I would jump off a building. No, I wouldn't do that. But that is quite frightening right there. Like, what is up with this dude? He don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. You're talking about vessels and an empty shell, and yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. Just trying to see what was going on right here. But he gets out of there because that doesn't work. And he goes home, or not home, but he goes back to work, and he starts hearing things. And this is where the Jackal comes and just starts to attack him. I'm liking the CGI right here, guys. I'm loving all of that. I really am. And what do y'all think all this means? What did y'all think was going to happen during this time right here? But I remember when I saw this image, I was like, yes, we're at that point in the trailer that I absolutely loved. I think that he's going to beat ass. And that's exactly what he did, y'all. He turns and like, and the thing is this is where Mark Spector comes into play, and he's talking to him in the mirror. I love that. That was dope as hell. I love the transition. I love the acting. I think that Mark is doing a great job bouncing in between Steven and Mark here. And I want to see more of it. We didn't really get to see Mark that much in this episode. Of course we are. This is more Steven. Like, we're not gonna die. We're not gonna die. Just give me the control of the body. All this is perfect. I mean, I'm loving every moment of it. And he transforms into that good old Moon Knight, that good old Mark Spector, and you just hear nothing but beat ass. And I'm like, damn, this dude is beating the hell out of a wolf. And that's dope. We all saw this in the trailer. And this is, y'all, I started smiling right here because I was confused, didn't know what was going on for the most part. But when they were just showing all this, I was like, yes, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. And that was just like a great way to start the episode and I'll start the series. It was a fine episode. I'm not saying that it was blown away, but I definitely was smiling ear to ear when I started seeing this part right here. And I'm just really curious to know like what all of his powers are, what all of his abilities are. What can he do? What is his strengths? What are his weaknesses? And I've never seen Oscar Isaac perform like this before, like a timid old man, and then transition over to Mark Spector that has all the confidence. And I'm really interested in everybody talking about like how Layla is going to be coming through, and also Arthur Harrow being played by Ethan Hawke. It was just really nice conversations that was going on in this episode, especially with the what ones Mark was having with himself, just talking about how his body wants to just get out and have like 10,000 steps. I'm really curious on how all that is going to play out. And also the conversation that he was having with Arthur Harrow, Ethan Hawke's character, when they was in the museum. Like, I can help you. You're going through this and all that, trying to get him to convert over. But guys, again, I really did enjoy this episode. Let me know what you thought as well. Let me know if you have any likes, dislikes, or anything like that. And if this is your first time finding me, please subscribe to the channel. Let me go ahead and tell you why you would want to subscribe. You're going to get movie reviews, spoiler movie reviews, a weekly movie news roundup show, Moon Knight, of course, Bel Air, Snowfall Season 5, Power Book 4, and Halo. I'm covering all that. I'm also covering Atlanta too. So you guys make sure you check all this out. And that's just another great reason for you to subscribe to my channel. But guys, again, I just want to thank y'all so much for tuning in. And before you go, don't forget that I'm B. Avery, and that's just my opinion. Peace out, and I'll see you next time.